My name is Jonas Laumagussen, and in this video I'll show you how to draw a Viking Age mask. I'll be using this grid for reference for the layout. I've created it myself and you can download it from the link in the description below. Let's start by adding in the flow of the ribbons by adding in some simple line work. And as you can see, I'm going down the middle of the strands in the grid. Start with the eyebrows and then go on to the beard. These are the first level elements, and then we go to the next level, which will be the primary ribbons of the composition. Start with the ear, going around in this knot shape, and then we go on to the cheek, which will flow like this. And notice I'm just using the grid as a loose reference. I'm not always staying inside the center of the strands here. And then we go on to the chin. And this is our main composition here. Oh, sorry, I forgot the hair, which we'll add in here. So now we have the main shapes of the composition. And then we go on to the third level. And here I'll add in a strand going, following this curve from here through the hole and upwards. And then I add a bow here going around this ribbon. And I'll just add in where I want the strands of the beard to go. I want it to fan out, the beard to fan out in 3 strands, 3 ribbons here. And we'll have this ribbon branching off into another ribbon here, like that. Like that. So now we know where we want the ribbons to flow. Then we can go into the next step and add in the width of the ribbons. And again, I'll start with the core shapes here, which are the brows, going from the eye and out here through this ribbon. And then we go down to the beard. Filling in the outlines here. And again, I want it to fan out. So this is the starting point. And then I want it to fan out in these 3 ribbons here. Something like this. And I'll go in later and touch up on the width of the ribbons, but for now this will do. And then I go on to the second level, which are the primary ribbons. The chin going around here. That you go up above this mustache here and below it again here. And out and around. Remember, you have to make space for this ribbon going down along here too. And that's more or less it. We have the cheek going up here into the mouth and around the mustache, and then down into the chin. Then we go onto the ear, and we trace the outer edge. Actually, I'll just add in the bottom of the mouth here, going up into the cheek here. And then we can go onto the ear, tracing the line from the cheek up into this knot. And we'll follow it all the way through the knot, lining it up with the brow of the eye. And going down behind the brow, going round into the knot again. And that's it. And then at last we'll have the knot at the top of the head here. Oops. That's that. And then we go on to the third level. Where we add in some ribbons at the top here, following the line of the knot, and also add in this bow shape here. Going down to the chin, and we'll have the lower ribbon of the chin of the beard here, splitting off into a thinner strand, going around the other ribbon of the chin, and crossing at the center like that. I can now hide the line flow and make the width of the ribbons transparent, and go on to add in some more details to the illustration now. I'll start by adding in the shape of the eyes, just roughly, and then adding in a nose and I'll make it a little different from what's on the grid layer. I'll add in some details while I'm at it. A little side loop to this strand, to this ribbon. And this will go out in a terminal somewhere about here. And then onto the mustache. We'll split it off into the 3 strands here. All 3 ending in terminals. Something like this. Then onto the second level. Making a dent, a little detail. Making sure that the outline of the mouth is adding the right amount of space around the touch point with the other ribbons. Going down into this interlace, going around, and actually I need to add a little more space here in this curve, in this loop, like this, to add in a little bit more space here between the ribbons in the interlace. And then down into the chin. And I want the chin to terminate in these 2 patterns here. Wait a minute. I'll start here and go into lobe and then into this terminal leaf like this, and add a similar shape above it or below it. And this one will split off into this ribbon, looping around the other ribbon here and going out in this smaller terminal leaf here. And then we can continue up to the ear. I'll add in some leaf shapes here. And mirror it on the other side. That's better. And then just adding in the outline of the inner side of the loop here. Going all the way in there. And then to the top of the head, adding in the outline of the loop here. And then similar to this shape, I'll add another similar leaf up at the top here, shooting off here. And then to the third level, which is this strand actually going inside the loop here and up in a terminal leaf like this with a little lobe, almost invisible. And then at the top of the head here, I'll add in typical lobe. This goes around the ribbons and up across the lobe. And then I'll just hide the grid. And the other sketch, the previous sketch, I'll hide that too. So that's actually it. Now we have all the ribbons in place and all the details, and then we can go in and add in some ink. Before I go in and add in the ink, I'll just make sure I note where I want the interlace. This means that I'll go in and erase, or actually I'll add in some white ink over where the ribbons cross over the underlying ribbon. So in this case, I'll erase this stroke, this contour, because it goes below and then it comes up under the musters, and then it goes below again and then over, and then I wanted to interlace with these strands and then come out again at the top here, going under again, and this will be on top and then under again here. The rule of thumb is that if you went under, then you have to go over and then again under and over and under and over, and continue all the way through a ribbon. And then we're ready to go in and ink the illustration.